Yo, whoa, hey, no, don't play that. What are you doing? Trying to get this video flagged? Jesus. Anyway, Star Wars. What analysis can I make that millions of others haven't already made? Probably none, in all honesty, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. What exactly is it that makes a film a classic? What is it about certain films that propels them to entire other levels of pop culture status? The answer? Well, I don't have one. But maybe through studying Star Wars, we can come just that little bit closer to figuring it out. Or maybe not. Who knows? I don't. I just make this up as I go, really. I write down the first 3 things that come into my head, and then I repeat them into a microphone later. Why am I telling you this? You don't care. You came here for Star Wars, goddammit. And why wouldn't you? Star Wars is great. Well, most of it. But hey, every film has its flaws. And is Star Wars a perfect film? No, absolutely not. Some people today even complain that its pacing is pretty slow by today's standards, a complaint I tend to disagree with. Not including the 10 minutes of C-3PO and R2-D2 walking through the desert aimlessly, that could probably be trimmed down. Then again, there's a lot of fun character stuff going on in that scene. Actually, there's a lot of fun character stuff going on in every scene. That's why the slow pacing works so well. Wait, sorry, am I going off on a tangent here? But despite all the flaws and a few plot holes here and there, this is a movie that is truly standing the test of time. But why? Is it because of the timeless adventure story it tells? As everyone already knows, I assume everyone at this point anyway, since so many people have brought it up, Star Wars is just another basic retelling of the hero's journey as presented in The Woman of a Billion Faces. Wait, that's not right. As a result of this, surely it'd mean the general plot of Star Wars would have some diminishing returns, since it's something we've seen just over and over and over again so many times before. A young hero, usually a white male for some reason, is called into action by a mysterious mentor figure to help fight the forces of evil and save the world / galaxy / whatever. Along the way, he makes all kinds of friends who help him on his journey, one of whom is always a female for some reason. It's familiar for sure, but perhaps it's that familiarity that makes it so compelling to watch. After all, sometimes it's not about the story that's being told, but rather how it's being told. Taking this familiar plot and placing it in this unfamiliar setting, being freaking space, helps turn it into something completely unfamiliar. Perhaps, however, the everlasting effect of Star Wars comes from more than just its ordinary plot told in an extraordinary setting. Perhaps it stems from its truly great melding of genres. After all, there's only so far a new setting can take you, even when combined with revolutionary special effects. Long before Joss Whedon made Firefly, #BrownCoatForever, Star Wars was the first true space western. Think about it. Luke is a farm boy. Han is a young gunslinger he meets at some saloon in the middle of nowhere. I could go on and on about this. I could also go on and on about how the aerial dogfights at the end of the film are based on the World War II movies. And I don't think we need me to say who Princess Leia and Darth Vader were based off. I think we're all pretty certain on that one. Furthermore, I probably don't need to reiterate just how much influence this film takes from Kurosawa's samurai films, in particular The Hidden Fortress. In fact, the entire inception of Star Wars came from George Lucas wanting to do a Flash Gordon film in the style of a Kurosawa movie, and I thank God that he was never able to get the rights to Flash Gordon because I could not imagine a world without Star Wars. Or for that matter, this. This mishmash of influences might sound like the movie is unfocused or lacks proper direction in terms of genre, but it somehow instead elevates the film beyond expectations. Each new element helps to tell the story and are used together in perfect balance when necessary and ensures the most regular moviegoers have something to enjoy. But there are tons of movies that have tried to do this and have come up short, and there are countless films that have followed this formula and found that it just didn't work for them. So what is it that Star Wars has that these didn't? Well, the way I see it is, all these elements are completely meaningless without one crucial ingredient. The characters. Characters for me are the heart and soul of a movie, and the characters in Star Wars are some of the best. They're likable to the point of being nothing short of iconic, even the bad guys. Now sure, they started out as just your typical adventure story archetypes, but these characters came to define those character types. So how did it get this so right? Well, there are just countless examples of amazing character moments to draw from, such as this.
He's the Oscar.
Yes, I bet you have.
Or this.
The rebels' hidden fort.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Or this.
What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save our skins.
Or this.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Okay, maybe not that one. That's more like it. It's these moments that fill this movie with life and bring us a completely compelling story, one that we want to hear again and again, one that leaves us wanting more, desperate to find out what happens to these characters even beyond just this one movie. So which one is it? The familiar plot, the blend of genres, the amazing characters? What makes Star Wars such a pop culture phenomenon? Honestly, I think it's all of these things. It's this perfect blend of elements that comes together so perfectly to do what it is that a film is supposed to do. Tell a story. That right there is the key to making a truly great film. You just have to tell an interesting, compelling story with engaging characters. Too many people today focus on the spectacle of filmmaking. And sure, Star Wars has plenty of spectacle to go around, but it's all used to tell the story. The story does not revolve around it. As George Lucas himself once said,
special effects are just a tool, a means of telling a story. People have a tendency to confuse them as an end to themselves. A special effect without a story is a pretty boring thing.
If only he followed his own advice when making the prequels. Sorry, that's a discussion for another day. This discussion is about the original Star Wars, and it is one of my all-time favorite films, in case you couldn't tell. Everything about it just works so well for me that you forget about all the flaws, and become completely engrossed in what is a truly wonderful adventure in a galaxy far, far away. One that definitely should be experienced before you die. Hey guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, please check out some of my other stuff here on my channel. There's my video about the problems with Man of Steel, or you can watch the one about why I think they don't need to make any more X-Men movies. I also have reviews and other fun little videos I make occasionally. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jacob Jr. Links can be found in the description below for all of these things. Thank you for watching the show. If you enjoyed, please let me know. You can like and share, subscribe if you dare, and please leave a comment below.